So we wanted to get our first tour of our Sprinter van camper conversion. We went with a 2013 Freightliner Sprinter van, the 2500. It is two-wheel drive. We bought the cargo style and have added the windows. And we found it to be a pretty quick, cheap, easy way of doing it. The van's in really pretty good condition. I think it had around 58,000 miles when we got it. So let's take a look inside and show you a few of the projects we've done. So at this point we're still just kind of getting some of the rough ends and the plumbing and electrical done. I've got the cabinets in, as you can see, the bed, some bike stuff. Take a look as we get a little closer. So to start with here, let's take a look at the bed. It's a full-size bed. It's over 6 feet long, which works great because I'm short. So is my wife. Went with a 4-inch mattress with a 2-inch little gel topper. It's pretty comfortable. Sleeps really nice. We've got electrical back here, so we've got lights. You can get up in the middle of the night, just reaching up and turning on the lights on and off, and they are on a dimmer, so we can dim them up. We've added USB right out here, so each side of the bed's got some USB. They're dual, so we can charge multiple items throughout the night. This will all get insulated, and we'll get some paneling on the wall so it looks nice, and just kind of, like I said, just getting the rough ends done. Underneath the bed we have your classic layout of a bike drawer, a little tray there that slides out. I'll show you that here from the rear in a minute. Here's the electrical room, as I like to call it. It's really just nothing but a panel. Very standard, what you see most people doing. We went with dual Optima's deep cycle batteries. They're super powerful, probably overkill. I think everything I've done in here is probably overkill. In here we've got a 1,000-watt inverter. This little guy up here is a lighting control panel, so it goes over to a little touch screen so all the lights can tie into the touch screen. Standard little fuse block. I did put a little light in here so in case I ever have to work at night. Down here you can't see it, a master on and off for everything. This guy here is it's the device that connects to the car's battery, the car battery and the alternator. So I'm charging the house batteries back here while we're driving, and then while we're parked, we do have 400-watt solar panels on the roof. So off that 400 watts, I can charge back with that device back to the car batteries and the house batteries at once. So it's pretty powerful. Like I said, it's probably overkill. Here's where I've got the control panels for the MPPT. That's the solar charging control panel. This device here is the part of the device that connects to the car batteries, charges that. Added a standard USB or a standard cigarette style lighter so we can plug whatever chargers in we need. Additionally, another dual port here. Here's my lighting control panel. I got the water pump tied into it. I got the lights. I've got space for some additional. We still got some more lights and electrical to do. Kind of nice little touch panel there. So in here, this is our quote-unquote bathroom. That's kind of been the biggest dilemma going along, is what we were going to do in here and if we were going to do it. For now, we've added just a Thetford porta potty. It's a little 5-gallon water tank in it, built in, and then a 6-gallon holding tank on the bottom. So it's a really nice combo unit. It's pretty easy just to pop out and run into the house and dump in the toilet. Nothing too hard, fairly clean. We are going to put a shower pan underneath it, and then just have a curtain rod along the top, a curved one, and then just use, if we need to do a quick shower, we'll be able to have a quick shower here in this space. That's the next big project. Here's our cabinets. I love how they turned out with the black and the orange. Fridge tucked in under there. Went with the flush sink here that has the glass top, so we can get more counter space while we're traveling or working. A little fold-up sink. I do have running water to it right now. No hot water yet. That's on its way. That's my next project, actually, is getting the water heater and the furnace in. So it's a pretty good unit. I think we got this off Amazon or eBay. I can't remember, one of the two, for from China. So it's actually turned out pretty good. I was a little worried. You never know what you're going to get when you come from China. But this guy did a pretty good job. The windows we added, like I said, we were a cargo van. We went with those. It's got the T-vents. They open up pretty good, get some good airflow through here. So there's that. We ended up with a 3-drawer configuration, and then the space under the sink. Under the sink I have a 6-gallon just tank there. It's easy to pull out for my gray water. And then a little bit of storage under there too. No, we went with the little pop-out drawers with some safety. Oop, can't even see that. There you go. Safety latches, so they don't fly open while we're driving. It's kind of nice. They are a little pain to close sometimes. This is the truck fridge. Read a lot of reviews that a lot of the truckers and the semi-trucks use this. First time I plugged it in, I had cold air in there in 20-30 minutes. It was pretty fast. So I've been pretty happy with it. I do leave it on right now while we're doing the build out. I keep some drinks in there and stuff while I'm out working. Overnight it'll drain the battery down to about 90 to 87%, so very little. And then the solar panels have that charged back up within 20 minutes of sun. So the top here are just some upper cabinets. We went with the push style. We've just kind of got some stuff jammed in there now. We put in some safety bars so things don't come flying out on it. But we went with this style so the drawers would go up out of your way, you don't hit your head. They've worked out pretty good so far. We've liked them. Like the orange color. In the front here, all we've really done there is we've added the swivel seats on each one, on the driver's side and the passenger. It's worked out pretty nice for eating dinner and having some place to sit and relax. We did add the nicer radio from the stock. Other than that, everything in the front's just kind of standard. Only thing else we have to do in here is once we get the final plumbing and the electrical finish, a few more electrical projects, and then the hot water and cold water for the shower, and the hot water to the sink, and the hot water heater. Once that's all done, then we can start putting our paneling we're going to use. I'm going to go with some, it's called cracked ice, FRP. It's got a cracked ice look on the ceiling. Haven't decided what kind of paneling I'm going to do on the walls yet. They'll be fully insulated, but for now, she works fine as is. Let's go around and take a look at the garage, and we'll wrap up this tour. So in the garage, very standard layout, like I said earlier. We went with the sliding bike tray. Got some of those heavy-duty drawer slides. I think they hold 250 pounds or something, so more than enough to hold the bikes. It slides right out. We went with 2 bike mounts because my wife and I both mountain bike and road bike, so had to do these little, let me show you those little through axle adapters, and we can pop those off and then do the normal skewers for our road bikes. So it works out pretty good dual. They hold pretty solid, so not an issue. Back here we also have our water tank. As like pretty much everything else I've done in here, it's overkill. It's 46 gallons. I probably would have been happy with 30. It would have been a smaller tank. Went with 46 because we wanted to be able to hose off the bikes and take a quick shower after we rode. So went with the bigger tank. It is what it is. It's in. We're going to leave it, but could have done a smaller one. Underneath you see the little Shurflo Pump. Great little unit. It gets a lot of pressure. I think this hose is actually on, so if we come over here, jet, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's a pretty good little flow there. It's working great for just doing some quick showers right now. Got all the finish work back here to do. We're going to put in some dividers to kind of isolate the bike from these 2 utility areas. Put in some additional storage back here, so there'll be some cubbies here for our chairs and tables, so we don't look so trashy. Over here I think is going to be where we put our Webasto. I've got the Webasto dual top 6 combination furnace slash hot water heater. Great little unit. It's pretty expensive, but I think it's gonna be well worth it. It will do on-demand hot water, and it will also do it's also your furnace, and it draws off your diesel tank, so you don't have to have separate propane or other gases in here and worry about filling those up. And it's fairly efficient. You barely even notice that it's drawing off your diesel tank. You won't even notice your gas gauge move. So that's the next big project. Get that in, then I can finish all the little plumbing runs I need to do for the shower and the sink. So that's our conversion van. We'll drop another video when we get a little closer to completion, just kind of show the progress. Drop a comment or two if you have any questions on where we got anything or how we did anything. But that's everything. Thanks.